Hello, Orbis here, and today I'm going to be ranking every Radiohead opening track from worst to best. First thing I want to say is that there are no bad Radiohead opening tracks, which makes this list very hard to do. It's the type of list where it would probably be slightly different every time I do it. So this is just kind of how I feel at the moment, but if you were to ask me to do it again, say tomorrow or next week, it'd probably be a little bit different, or even very different. So without further ado, let's begin with the ranking. At the bottom we have the opening track to The King of Limbs, Bloom. I do like this song, but not only do I think it's the weakest album opener, but I don't think it's that strong of a Radiohead track to begin with. It has a beautiful sound to it, but I can't get past the drum part. It's always made the song difficult to love for me. I prefer the piano version that Tom York did. Next is You, the opener from Pablo Honey, Radiohead's debut album. Pablo Honey is not a great album, but You is one of the best tracks from it. The guitar parts are great, and I love the scream that Tom York does midway through the track. This is a great track, but it's against very tough competition, which is why it ranks low. Next is Planet Telex, the opener from The Bends. Now we are getting into fantastic territory. I can't think of much to say about this one, which I guess is why it's ranking lower. I just don't think it sticks out as much as other Radiohead openers, but I do think it's a fantastic song. Next up is Burn the Witch, the opening track from A Moon-Shaped Pool. The strings part of this song is phenomenal and really carries the song, but I don't think it's quite up to par with some of Radiohead's best openers. Next is Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Box, the opener of Amnesiac. I really love this one. It's very electronic and it uses a lot of unusual sounds and effects, similar to Everything in Its Right Place. I particularly like the metal percussion sound, which starts off the song. It works really well. I also really like the main synth line, nice vocal from Tom, and I think the chorus is pretty catchy. Next up is the opening track of Hail to the Thief, 2 + 2 = 5. I love the structure of this song. You get a long build up at the beginning with a rather ominous sound to it. It builds up to a heavier section and then another heavier section. I just think this song is very satisfying and it works perfectly as an opener, but I think the songs above this are better as actual songs. Next is 15 Step, the opener of In Rainbows. This is probably one of Radiohead's most energetic and bright sounding songs, mainly due to that percussion part which almost has a dance feel to it. I also like the guitar part and also the bass part of this song. Overall, 15 Step has a sound you can really get lost in a way that I find quite hard to describe. This song is just incredible. Everything in Its Right Place is very different from previous Radiohead openers. It's purely electronic and it has a more minimalist approach to it compared to the previous openers, which tended to go for a very big sound. The main keyboard line is iconic, and I feel like the moment the song starts and you hear it, you immediately get lost in its sound. The effects on this song, particularly on Tom York's voice, also contribute to the soundscape. And I think the minimalist lyrics work really well with the repeated lines, giving the song a more hypnotic and rhythmic feel. Everything in Its Right Place is really something special. I could definitely see it being number one, but it's not. Putting the opener of Radiohead's most famous album at number one feels very basic, but it is my opinion at the moment. I find this one hard to put into words. I think it's a masterpiece. Every element of it and every second of it is perfection. It's another one where I find myself getting lost in its sound. It is just such a soundscape, and I don't really know what else to say about it. So that concludes my ranking of every Radiohead opening track. Please let me know what your opinion is on my ranking in the comments below, and maybe do your own ranking as well. I'd be interested to see other people's opinions. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more and you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.